Shout out to Grubby for allowing absolutely everybody to stream. You see it in the lobby here. That is not normal, or not normal. That is not taken for granted. We're also invited to his tournament that is coming up, which is really cool. Freaking Dota legend, Dandy is gonna play Warcraft 3. I'm so freaking hyped about that.
Yeah, did you see any of his games yesterday when he was streaming?
He's 1300.
He's played really good. I don't know how similar. I guess the mechanics in Dota are pretty similar. I don't know how often you control multiple units in Dota, but he had good micro. His first game, he beat a 1500 or 1400 or something. Like, he won his first game on War 3 Champions. He's played very good. He's for sure the best player in the tournament so far.
Yeah, that's gonna be for, I think in 2 weeks it's gonna be starting. Yes, Dandy has more MMR than I have. He would probably wreck me.
He's a Dota. Isn't he like one of the best Dota players of all time? Like, he was on a team that won the World Championship, whatever. I'm not familiar with Dota.
He was at Navi. They won the first international, dude. I was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
Okay, yeah, so he is. He's really good. But he was like holding shift to deselect single units to micro them back and stuff. Like, mechanics that Tyler will not get for probably the next 3 months. He was doing probably on his first game. It was very, very impressive.
I cannot let him.
I'm a bit surprised that they are not talking to each other prior to this. I would have expected like they do a little bit of a pre-show, a little bit of a call. Is Grubby chickening out of a pre-match pep talk?
It might be an in-between thing. I think they mentioned they might call in-between games. More so probably just to discuss the format, which has a lot of different routes it can go.
What about his turtle?
But
Dude, what about his
they're
turtle?
both focused, taking it serious for the $1 American in the prize pool. Incredible.
That's right. That's right.
But all these two can afford after these streams this month. Only 9,000 viewers.
Dude, Grubby has 21,000. That's insane.
Well deserved. Well deserved. He's grinded to get here.
Yes.
Yeah.
He played WoW for 2 months.
Absolutely fucking nuts.
Oh, I think they're talking.
For you, this is the greatest moment of your life.
Let's listen
For me,
in.
it's Friday at 12:07 p.m. I'm chilling, bro.
Game's been going well today?
No, a lot changed. I changed my setup because I'm a dumbass, but it's fine.
What did you change?
You're gonna call me. You're gonna say I'm coping, but I'm not. Okay, my desk was not pushed against the wall for the last 2 weeks. So I pushed against the wall. My monitor was crooked. My mouse cable was stuck under my monitor. When I was showering today, I had a whole bunch of soap on my loofah, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hold it up to the water until it's only water coming out." So I did that, and water got in my ear. So my balance is off.
What is your loofah?
A loofah, like it's a. You don't know what a loofah is?
No, I'm. For all I know, you're talking about something naughty. Like, I have no idea what you're talking.
Oh no! It's like a green ball that you wash your body with.
Oh, okay.
Like a sponge.
Okay, can you repeat? Because I drifted off with an image of what a loofah might be.
I said I held that up to the water. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait until every last drop of soap is out."
Oh no!
So I held it up over my head, and water got in my ear, so my balance is off.
Actually.
Yep. But
excuses, my
I
Tyler.
decided to wear shoes to work today.
The cat's on my keyboard.
You're wearing shoes indoors.
Yes, I'm locked in. Let me ask you a question. Do you go to work barefoot?
No, I'm wearing loafers right now.
Okay, so you're not barefoot. Those are shoes in my eyes.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. I have Nike shoes on. I've already showed them. Sneakers, bro.
Well, for my side, I don't know why. Because on the one hand, I'm like, it's just Tyler. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, but it's Tyler. So I'm nervous. My hands are cold.
Yeah.
I've had
digestive
issues today. It's match day like it hasn't been in a long time. You know, for you probably just went to Challenger and Chess 2K and Challenger in 5 roles. For me, this has been like 20 to 40 years ago since I last competed. So it's exciting.
Good, bro. I'm glad. It'll be depressing once you get 5-0'd. That vibe's gonna switch real quick.
It would be, yes.
Okay. So game 1 is 1 hero, no units. Yes?
1 hero, no units from Ancient of War, Lore, Wind. or from Chimera Roost. No usage of mercenaries from mercenary camps. No usage of units from Goblin Laboratory. But I am allowed to use the reveal from the Goblin Laboratory.
Yep.
Getting specific. Okay.
And I can make buildings anywhere, any amount, any location. And I can use them in any way.
Yep.
Okay? Game 2.
I'm ready whenever. Wow!
You want to go through the rest?
Go! This is casual. Remember, you said it.
The
you said
change of energy all of a sudden.
We're casually. This is casual. Okay.
I have ping equalized. We're playing on the US East server, so we're both going to be at my ping, 99.
Okay, 1 second. I spilled water everywhere. Give me half a second.
Okay.
Do you believe Grubby when he says he's nervous?
Yes, I do. Actually, there's been a lot of build up to this. I would be nervous no matter who the opponent at this point, after all the hype and all the build up, because you're expected to win every game here as Grubby.
I think Tyler has nothing to lose. I mean, yeah, he's a loudmouth, and worst case, he's getting slapped around a little bit, and tomorrow everybody will have forgotten. But if Grubby loses like more than one map, that's a disaster for him. I think he'll take that to bed for a long time.
Today, I painstakingly took
He's
off
going to be
all the
playing.
buildings.
He's not going to be trolling, even though it's going to be a lot of difficult restrictions. He's going to be trying his best with what he has. Like this first hero game, he's going to be fully microing. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of towers. Like a lot of games on stream, he was just massing moonwells, but I would be surprised if he didn't build 2-3 APs in the front, go for some sort of cheese. Like he's not going to give Tyler too many opportunities to macro up a big army, because the difficult thing with one hero is if Tyler just gets to 80 supply, what do you do when he hexes and focuses your hero with 80 supply?
Yeah, not much, man. Not much. You hear the most beautiful sound in the world. A starting Warcraft game. The ultimate showdown. It is Grubby versus TYLER1. Grubby on Night Elf. Only one hero, nothing else. And Tyler with 1000 MMR can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Let's go!
Tyler is AFK.
That's
He
right.
started.
Oh man, 17 seconds, dude. There was 17 seconds.
He is down 130 gold currently in his gold mine compared to Grubby, which typically he would be down about 50 just based on speed. But that's an extra 80 gold. But still, what's most important for Tyler isn't that he starts on time. It's that he gets the build order correct.
Yeah, they should restart. Yep. Good call. Be an honorable man, Grubby. Be an honorable man. Beg.
See, now he's typing. He's going to screw something up from typing so much, probably. Okay.
Grubby saying beg. And that's something I wanted to talk about. Like in the FFA, so it wasn't the FFAs, it was one Grubby versus 4 League streamers or something. That guy is not holding back at all. Like he's gonna humiliate people as much as he can. He's taking so much pleasure and joy from annihilating nerds. He will not hold back at all.
Yeah, no, if you look back at his old games, you can maybe find some of his old replays from 2004, 2005 that are cast on YouTube. You could hear some of the classic Grubby banter, and it's some of the best in the business. He's lightened up in the current years. It needs to be marketable to the people, to the masses, to bring them all back to Warcraft. But back in the day, if he wanted to make you feel a little off kilter in a tournament, he definitely could. He even mentioned yesterday a little story where he went up to an opponent before he played them in a tournament, and he said to him at a LAN, he said, I'm gonna win, right? Ooh. And then he 2-0'd the guy. He said that. He told that story on stream yesterday.
Gotta get in your opponent's head, man. Gotta get in there.
I respect Tyler's.
All right, so the rehost, we'll see.
Ethics,
Tyler going to take a breather,
Soda.
shake it off. A rocky start to his competitive career, but no doubt he'll come back stronger than ever.
Warcraft on the technical side isn't that easy compared to the newer games.
Yep.
Tyler's back in the lobby. Hope the other people come as well, or will we just start like that? Mr. 8-Man is missing, for example.
Yeah, where is Mr. Saul? Oh, did he AFK? Let me message Saul. There he is.
Ah, Tyler wasn't
nope. Go ahead, sorry.
Tyler wasn't in full screen or something. Sometimes you have this on War 3 Champions when the loading screen is above the actual game screen thingy. So not entirely his fault. This happens. Far Loco, thank you for the sub. Potato69, thank you for the subs. Swaroga, Lugia. All of you. Glad you enjoy this. So, second try. Same map still. TYLER1 at exactly 1000 MMR. Grubby at pretty much 2000 MMR. And now we are going into map 1. Once again, the rules are clear. Grubby on Night Elf. Only one hero. Let's see how he approaches this. Can Tyler win map 1 already?
All right, first difficulty for Tyler, of course, is just getting the build order correct. This seems like I'm trolling a little bit, but when you're a beginner player, this is very, very difficult to do consistently, to not forget a peon, to not misbuild your base, to not build the wrong building, to get your units on time. So this is going to be the very important first step for Tyler. Will any nerves that he has get to him and mess up his initial build order is the first and final question. The second one would be on Grubby's side. What is the hero choice from Grubby? What will he play this sole hero game with?
I agree. This should be Warden, I'd say. He did this before. In the 1 versus 4, I think. I would be surprised if it's not. Like, a Demon Hunter can be strong solo. You said Potom, but I think that
not
was
likely.
Kind of a ruse. I mean, we all know high-level Searing Arrow can be strong, but everything but a Warden would surprise me, especially with Blink. He can outmaneuver Tyler. Full attention. Grubby also good Dota player, and there it is confirmed exactly what we expected. Also what you expected in your how Tyler can beat Grubby video.
Yeah, I think just because it's the most entertaining, I do think Panda would actually be the better hero overall, but Warden second best, a close second, and much more entertaining for the viewers and still just as viable. The only difficult thing for Warden compared to the Panda is if Tyler did like build 5 towers at the front of his base, it would be tricky for the Warden to actually have a win condition other than just continuously killing peasants. Obviously in Warcraft, you have to eliminate your opponent eventually, killing all their buildings, which a Warden cannot really do. A Panda can. But still, Warden is going to be pretty good because Tyler doesn't tend to build a lot of towers, and when he does, he doesn't get reinforced defenses.
Ooh, Grubby. His Wisp gets ensnared, so he has to call the second one for repair. This creeping is not starting smoothly. Second Wisp not repairing still. By the way, we can report that Warcraft 3 at the moment has more viewers than World of Warcraft. That is pretty crazy. If you're new to our broadcast, we are using a mod that makes the models look a bit more shiny and updated. It's called the Kenshin mod. Exclamation mark Kenshin in the chat to grab it for yourself. Warden versus Blade Master. The expected showdown. Let's see how aggressive Grubby's gonna be.
Yeah, Grubby buys a circlet right away. Obviously no marketplace. If they went on a map like Northern Isles or Echo Isles, which I think EI is in the pool, Grubby would have a lot more options to get items. He's just going to have to get lucky with creeping in order to stack up the Warden. The best he can do from the shop is to buy circlets, which Grubby will probably buy as many as he needs to fill out that inventory of the Warden. He'll also most likely get an orb later on. Obviously, the difficulty of playing with one hero is figuring out what the perfect 6th slot is. Do you have a town portal, or do you just use a staff of teleportation, etc.? But for now, Grubby is going to definitely try to get level 3 as quickly as possible. And he's going to start off with 2 claws and a circlet. That's pretty nice to start. And then he's going to be blinking into Tyler's base. Tyler's building towers in the front of his base. Ooh. Oh my god, he watched my YouTube video.
Nice, my dude. This is all down to you. By the way, we did talk about what people should do and what we expect and who we expect to win, but are you Team Tyler or are you Team Grub?
I would like to see Tyler win, not through just brute forcing the same strategy. If Tyler comes with something prepared, which it seems like he's already doing things differently, if he's got strats prepared that are thought out to counter these particular different show matches, I'm fully rooting for Tyler. If Tyler stubbornly does the same thing he's been practicing on ladder, then I'm Team Grubby. Just own him and show him that you need to prepare for these sort of matches. But so far, Team Tyler, because he's prepping. Look at this, towers coming up.
Fucking fantastic, man. Exactly. Now protecting the economy a little better as well. I was thinking about this pretty much the entire day because obviously Grubby is the Galleon's figure for Warcraft 3 as a whole in the West. I mean, it gets outshined by Sky and Moon in Asia maybe a little bit, but imagine here is your champion and then a League of Legends player comes along and just beats you. That would be horrible for the game and would throw a little bit of a shade to Grubby's legacy as well. But on the other side, I'm a fan of the underdogs, man. This guy, big mouth, but puts in the grind. So I'm Team Tyler as well.
Yeah, Tyler gets his shop canceled, gets creepjacked at a camp that he was maybe not fully prepared for. Tyler, the best thing about his play is that he just creeps. A lot of beginner players will not creep as much and as efficiently as him. He's always going from camp to camp, probably from his league experience, but he does not underestimate creep camps, let's say. And because of this, got into a creepjack, lost a grunt, lost his TP, and now his blade is stuck on 100 HP with no Voodoo Lounge coming up. This is a difficult position for Tyler, but Grubby's going to give him a little bit of space. For now, good start for Grubby.
Grubby's building a Tree of Life at the shop. That is interesting. Maybe a target, not for the staff, maybe a target for the staff to get an Invo Potion and then move the tree over. That will take some time. Teching as well for a potential Orb of Venom later down the road. Tyler did not forget to tech. And I gotta say, like, resources for Tyler look fantastic. How many new players are floating 1,000, 1,500 gold? Not the case here.
Yeah, his macro has been very, very impressive. And honestly, a lot of probably every race in this game, but Orc especially, I feel like is just getting units on time and brute forcing on the map with, you know, an early 60 supply timing. A lot of Orc's power comes from tier 2 units. So if you just get a lot of stuff early in the game and attack your opponent, you tend to win versus the other races because the other races a lot of the time go to tier 3, want higher tech armies, want higher level heroes. So Tyler's been really good on the macro side of things, which is a very important aspect of the race he plays. Right now, Grubby scouting, he has yet to go into the base because he doesn't have Blink. He showed Shadow Strike, Fan of Knives. So the harass is not going to happen until a Tome of Retraining is available, which is going to happen in about 30 seconds. There'll be a Tome of Retraining available and a Potion of Invulnerability.
Agreed. And the Shadow Hunter is going to be out there in a second too. That's of course a nice weapon against the Warden. When she's trying to blink away, you hex, you focus. Should be pretty good. Shadow Strike number 2. But there's... oh, needs that mirror image. Gotta be careful, Tyler.
Nice salving and running away. Yeah. Mirror image also stops the damage over time from Shadow Strike, so that's actually the best ability for Tyler. Shadow Hunter, as you mentioned, is out now. Hex available. Grubby's got to be careful with the Warden.
Tyler as well with the blade. I was looking for a potion there. Maybe Hex? Oh, that was close.
Oh, Shadow Strike? Wait, will it kill the... okay, Heal Wave first. Nice awareness that he might lose the blade. I think he would have actually lived with 30-something HP, but Grubby wastes no time. Staffs to the top left. Oh, getting bashed. Oh, no, we've seen this before, Grubby. Oh. Echo Isles, anybody?
Okay, right. That was close. That was real close. Too close to Grubby's comfort, for sure. Oh, still getting attacked. Is Grubby overwhelmed by microing one hero?
Yeah, obviously it can be tricky sometimes. If you get slowed, the creeps will target that over even a building. So every time he gets slowed, because he's the only target for the creeps, he gets focused. Okay, picks up the ring. The difficult thing is he's going to have to decide now what items he actually wants to keep. And he's also going to need tier 3, because tier 3, not just more experience for the Warden, an extra 15% from tier 2, and tier 2 to tier 1 is an extra 15% as well, but he can get Orb of Venom, he can get Wellspring on tier 3, so a lot of upgrades to come once Grubby can tech.
Indeed, very good. We see solid creeping by Tyler, as you mentioned before. The mirror image is tanking all the damage. Everything else seems to be pretty good, except that grunt right now. Now it's fine and all cleaned up. Grubby soon to be on 3 bases, though. That's going to be a little bit of an issue down the road for Tyler. It's not going tier 3, just going more lockdown with Ensnare. Adding walkers as well. I don't really see the reason for that.
Yeah, I like Grubby's AP timing here. He's aware of Tyler's timings. If it were, say, a top orc player, the timing would have been probably about a minute ago. But for Tyler, his games tend to be, he gets 50 supply if he's not pressured around the 8-9 minute mark, and Grubby's building 2 APs in his main. Because he could die to a 50 supply push. He's got one hero. There's only so much you can do. But he's safe. He's got 3 bases, like he said. And he's going to keep on harassing. This is going to be the whole game. He's got to keep Tyler on low supply if he can.
Right on. Heard Grunt move to the side, but that Raider probably shouldn't fall. Oh, that was a clutch heal wave, Mr. TYLER1. Saving that Raider. Needs a lot of resources into heal selves and mana, for sure. Grubby has... Oh, he built APs. Is that allowed? I think that's lame.
Well, he's got to build them or he'll die. I think any building, he can use buildings aggressively as well if he wants. So, because, you do need a win condition. He's not going to do it with the Warden. So the only way Grubby's going to close this game out is he's going to bring 20 Wisps across the map and build 20 APs once he's got 3k gold banked. That's his way of winning.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Feels like you've been in his shoes before.
I've played a couple solo hero games, but for me, the person has to be 200 MMR, not 1,000 for me to win.
That is hard to find these days. AP is a building, yeah, but is that really necessary? Defensive towers, it's just, yeah, legally it's in the rules, but do you think Grubby needs that, is my question.
I think he can detonate Wisps as well. I think he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, Grubby was a great negotiator when it comes to the rule sets, I gotta say. He was acting like,
rigged.
Oh, this is gonna be so hard for me. No, let's soften up the rules, yeah? But, Tyler agreed. It's alright. The lawyer of Tyler could have been harder, though.
And what's interesting? Obviously, Tyler's played a lot of snipers, but none of the snipers have been particularly that good, like 1,500 MMR at best. Grubby has not experienced a player that's this aware on the map, has this good of hero control. He probably is not used to, I'm creeping in the corner of the green camp. Grubby just immediately runs to him and creep jacks him with an in his pot. These are things that Tyler has not seen. Yeah, it's just one hero, but he has not felt this. It's like the first time you happen to play against a pro player on ladder, you're like, oh, wow, there are levels to this game.
Yeah.
And I think Tyler's having that experience right now.
And there's a tree growing at Tyler's natural. I wouldn't be too surprised to see one at the bottom right as well. It's rough. He might be able to scout this though. Yep. It's like, that MFer. He's styling on me already.
Nicely finding it, though. Just keeping Grubby to a modest 3 bases. But there, like you mentioned, there probably will be a tree at the bottom right eventually as well. Nice thing for Grubby, he doesn't have to break upkeep to have all these expansions because he's only got to build Wisps and a Warden. Tier 3 is now on the way for Grubby. I'm surprised he didn't prioritize that a little bit more, but he can't build a Shredder. So he's been using a lot of his Wisps to make buildings. A couple more APs at home. And Grubby, daytime just ended, but his Moonwells are looking a little less than he would like them to be right now.
Agreed. Uses a Moonstone, gets the clarity, more mana, more towers, building 5 towers. It's a Night Elf version of Woodywood to a degree. Tyler's still missing
Not unbreakable.
It's not, no, not unbreakable. Especially for Raiders.
Yeah, I would expect Tyler to expand eventually, maybe with a tiny Great Hall. But it's hard. He's probably a little overwhelmed right now. Grubby is giving the business a little bit.
The heal wave just a split second too late on the cost of 2 Raiders now. It's the Warden show as so far so expected. But tier 3 is around the corner. Tauren are coming. Harder to snipe than any other orc unit due to having more HP. And we get more end snares now. With a couple of crits, maybe. We got a claw for Tyler as well. Grubby still no blink.
Yeah, Grubby out of mana now as well, so he got 2 Raider kills. We'll have to back away. And all Tyler has to do, weirdly enough, being the player with 1 hero, all he's got to do is survive till he has a big enough army that Grubby can no longer pressure like this. Then Tyler can break the towers. At the expansion, he can start to chip away at the buildings. So Tyler just has to live and not... Well, his gold mine's going to run out in about 8 minutes, but he's got to live for another 6 and just build up an army and then push. We'll see. That's easier said than done, but that's what he has to do.
Yeah, it's not over at all. 14 minutes in, Tyler also 1,000 gold. He needs a couple more burrows to be able to build units. But on top, we're getting casters for potential bloodlust later. We're building more and more and more Tauren, which are indeed incredibly hard to crack. I would love to see a little more lockdown with the Raider, but Tyler also, knowing that he's probably out expanded, is staying at 50 for a very, very long time. In case you're new to the game, if you're above 50 food, you have to pay basically taxes, and you only get 70% of that income. But very economical game by Tyler so far, banking at the right time. Now you got to prepare, go up to 80 or even 100 supply. And as you said, then push, and I'm curious what Grubby's going to do then.
Yeah, a great next move for Tyler, you know, talking about the economic game, would be to build a few towers at his natural expansion to the north of his base, get a tiny Great Hall, place that down. The towers will keep the expansion safe, just like they have his main base, and then just sort of sit on that expansion until he can get a big enough army. But Grubby gets the Kodo, gets level 5, and this is where it starts to get tricky. He's got Orb of Venom, level 5 Warden. Grubby hasn't even needed to kill peons yet, I'm surprised. And the Blade goes down, the Grunt goes down, and Tyler is going to be a little flustered now.
Yep, that's not going to be too easy, that's for sure. And Grubby is preparing his big attack, I guess, with lots of wisps to double down on this. It was only a level 2 hero, so 70 seconds on the clock. That's not too bad. He wants to bank anyway, I guess. One hero, no units. People know the rules of this map. I mean, there's still stuff to creep, but I think Tyler was so intimidated, they wouldn't have crept anyway. But man, the map looks like a StarCraft map now. There is a lot of Ancients of War coming up, and Tyler got to produce right now.
Yeah, Grubby was just waiting for level 5, and now he's bringing everything across the map. Now, Tyler does have quite a few towers in his main base. Count 3, 6, 8 towers. That is quite good against Ancient Wars moving forward, but there is a lot more APs to back them up. We'll see how well coordinated the attack is from Grubby.
Carson,
because the towers could defend.
Carson, it is 16 Ancient Protectors and 10 Ancients of War.
What else are you gonna spend your gold on? He's still got 3k gold. I would love to see, you know, easily another 40 buildings.
Down.
Warden!
Warden down! Let's go!
First blood.
I think Tyler needed that. This little success moment. He might lose the game anyway. But you know, he can brag about that Warden kill now.
Yeah, and that shows the power of the towers in the front. You know, they can do a lot. The Blade is now back. Unfortunately, Tyler got no experience for that, and unfortunately, Grubby had 3,000 gold, but he needs to spend, you know, about 700 of that on the Warden, which is almost level 6. I don't know if Tyler's seen the Avatar of Vengeance before, but we'll soon find out. And the strength of the towers in the front, the buildings yet to connect.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many. There's just so many of them. Unbelievable. 25 buildings crushing at the shores of Tyler, who has no demolisher, unfortunately. Getting very tricky to maneuver all these units there. There's not much space to unfold. Warden is back, obviously. 3 buildings down. And the towers didn't take that much damage just yet.
They're pretty healthy, but the AP is now rooting, and that's when they get difficult. The uprooted Ancient of Wars are easy. The Blade goes down. The Warden taking some damage. I think he's focusing the towers on the Warden. But yeah, that's a lot of APs rooted. I think Grubby's going to break this base. Tyler, honestly, kind of getting worked this game. It was a nice try. He got the 1 Warden kill. But I think this is the beginning of the end for Tyler.
Or the end of the beginning. That is only
True.
map 1, and we're gonna have 4 more afterwards. The tower's incredibly sturdy. I'm totally with you. The power tower that you suggested worked out incredibly well. Maybe a little bit more roaming with the Blade would have been alright. I mean, he couldn't expand that. Grubby is expanding 3 times. I'm looking at this forest of Ancient Protectors, and I've never seen this in my life. But yeah, a little bit more scouting, a little bit more roaming with the Blade Master to shut down these expansions. And then it's a whole different game.
Yeah, I think he sort of had 2 options. He either could have done what you just mentioned with the harass, keeping the Warden pressured in the early game, not allowing Grubby to double expand, not allowing Grubby to creep level 4 Warden, just sort of run it Tyler, and not allow Grubby to play the game that he wanted to. Or Tyler had a second option, which would just be to death ball and creep the map and expand with towers. Just the whole game, move around from camp to camp with a big army, hex the Warden every time it comes into range. But Tyler, unfortunately, got pressured a little bit too much to do either of those things. Grubby was able to play his game start to finish. I don't think Grubby was really disrupted at all this game from doing what he wanted.
Yeah, it was the other way around. It was Grubby delaying the Blade Master progress. Forcing heal wave on the Shadow Hunter really hurt Tyler in this game, unfortunately. Constant pressure, buying lots of time, and then, yeah, 25 buildings in your main is not a good look at all. Didn't even use the wisps for the repair too much. He still has 5,000 gold, which is quite impressive. And I think if this hero falls, then Tyler has to tap out, as there is basically no unit left except one Headhunter. And I wonder if he draws it out until the last building falls to just annoy a little bit, but he knows this is over.
Yeah, difficult first game. I'm not sure it gets... Like, one-handed will be map number 2. I'm not sure if that's more difficult than this for Grubby, I'll be honest. But we'll see how much the mechanical handicap is going to hurt Grubby, playing with only his right hand. I feel like if he could do this with one hero in both hands, what can he do with the whole arsenal in one hand?
Yeah, he said yesterday, I'm not too sure if I can believe him, but he said his hand spans from basically the control key to the... I don't know what it is
He
for
said
international...
equals.
Yeah, equals.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy.
I can barely reach 0 from control. That is quite a big hand.
I can reach 9. My hands are so
really?
small. Yeah, the smallest
You're so much taller than me. You're like a foot taller than me.
You know what they say about people with small hands?
Oh yeah, big feet.
Okay, we built a new base here with more APs. Tyler is not evacuating. I wonder if he's still in the same room.
He's in it for the cinema.
Exactly, it is. Warcraft 3 has more viewers than EA FC 2025. We have 75,000 viewers. That is incredible.
Tyler forcing Grubby to eliminate him because, you know, you of course need the bragging rights of, a 23-minute game versus Grubby. Game 1 of our best of 5. It was a long series, but yeah, 23 minutes, not too bad.
We see Nico, a longtime viewer, tuning in right now. What happened? Yeah, that's a very good question. If you're tuning into this moment right here, it was wild. It was wild, and that's your fault for tuning in late, Mr. Nico. But yeah, this game with the lodge is gonna be over, and of course we're gonna listen to Tyler. He's probably not too pleased about it. No reaction just yet. Oh, did the stream stop? Oh. No, very calm.
Long series still. Gotta remain calm.
My
Do you see this
early game was fucked up.
The early game was effed up, he says. Okay. Okay, that's
Makes
the
sense,
only
makes
thing
sense.
he says.
My early game was messed up.
What about Grubby?
You know-
Big smile.
0. All right, 2 more to go. Yo, thank you, THLow. Hope you clear it now with Tyler. Towers are buildings, not units. Yeah, they are buildings. Wait, he's not complaining that they are. There's no.
Oh
way he's
yeah,
complaining that those are
I
units.
knew as soon as Grubby picked Night Elf that he'd be doing
No,
something
he's
like
not?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, buildings are buildings, but you know they walk. They're kind of units. I can see if you want to contest this in the rules.
Force them to play Orc.
What's that?
One
False
hero.
sense of confidence you just got from that game?
Oh, they're talking, I guess.
I was nervous.
I know. I could tell.
You did something you've never shown before.
I got a couple
You're
tricks, by the way.
You're hiding things from me, bro.
Yes, but I didn't play some things in ranked because I don't want people to know. I have one more trick, by the way, just so you know.
Have you been getting coaching from someone else?
Shut up. It wasn't. I trolled. Stop. Okay.
You've never shown this. I've been towering. I think it's a good idea. It's a nice try, man.
Okay. Let's move on, please. Can we move on?
Yep.
Okay. Next is one hand. Yes?
One hand. The map.
Concealed Hill.
Concealed Hill. Okay.
Okay.
I have a camera set up on my mouse and keyboard.
Let me see. Is it on right now?
I will turn it on now.
Let me see.
I said before, Carson, that Grubby's shirt looks like a different color in his
nice.
keyboard and mouse setup than in his other setup. This might be rigged.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you might have hired Lynn, flown him out to the Netherlands to play for him.
See, it's a bit brighter, a bit lighter.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I never trusted that Grubby guy anyway.
Never.
I knew something was up with him.
Never.
Yeah.
He's a filthy orc.
It's just chilling right
Yep.
there. Perfect.
Wait a second.
Yes!
But I am allowed to use keyboard.
Thank you, Dario, for the €3 saying, do you see this, Microsoft? Now update the game.
Yep. You gotta take your yes, if you want.
Yeah, nerf Warden.
No way. It's 35, brother.
That's what we need.
Okay.
35.
Let's go.
I'm 45.
There's no okay.
Are they still talking?
They are
He's
talking.
nervous. He's actually
I don't
nervous.
see
He's
a
he
game
left.
up yet.
He's nervous. That game was a disaster. I fucking trolled so hard. Like I literally was like whatever my unit at the beginning.
Yeah,
I was like building shit wrong. I was.
Tyler isn't happy with
I will
his
say.
performance, but he knows that it wasn't his best game of all time. Should be fine. Oh, I think
Yeah,
we
probably
gotta-
a little bit nervous.
Did Grubby host a game and I don't... Oh, it's the... No.
I didn't get anything. Not yet.
Everybody got it but us.
Oh.
Did you get it?
No. I'm trying all the numbers.
Me too.
Oh, 3. It's a 3.
Oh, really?
Let me send Saul the game name.
For me it doesn't work.
This.
Oh, I made a stupid mistake. Thank you.
Less than 3, my boys.
Yeah, I will say
Smiley face.
Grubby and Tyler do have Tyler and Grubby both big streamers, but sometimes when streamers collab, you don't always get the chemistry. Grubby and Tyler have a hilarious chemistry. They are a great duo together. It's very funny.
Agree.
All right, so map number 2, Concealed Hill. Grubby plays with one hand with the camera, as the rules say. Grubby going to play Orc. So this is essentially both games. Grubby is playing full tryhard. He has no real limitations to how he can actually play, but strategically at least. But he just had one hero, and now he's got one hand. But it's still going to be an all-out Orc beer. We're going to see the guy that beat Lynn in tournaments, beat Zakard in tournaments, playing Orc beer versus TYLER1.
Yeah, but with one hand, Grubby, Tyler says he's ready. Do we have the cam set up on Grubby's stream? Oh, we can. Yep. Okay, it's up. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, you have to still click most of the things, right? Like, I mean, you can use your keyboard, but most of the action will still happen via mouse.
Yeah, I think the most efficient way, because Grubby mentioned yesterday, I can do control groups with one hand. I don't see how that's more efficient than just using your mouse for everything. Maybe he'll show me some new tech that I'm unaware of, but I feel like skipping back and forth is probably not that useful. Maybe to move your army, you could right-click 1, right-click 2, or something like that. But I think just using a mouse exclusively, you're probably going to be faster. I'm interested to see what his APM is. He mentioned he could probably get 100 APM.
He was bragging a little bit, huh? Oh, my hand is so big. Oh, my APM is so high. I mean, with clicking, that does happen. On the upper right-hand side, we got TYLER1 being down one map. On the bottom left-hand side in the blue is Grubby. And of course, we got an APM chart right here. So there is a little bit of spamming going on. The blue line represents Grubby, and currently he's at a solid 170.
Very nice, very nice. And goes for the Farseer. I will say Tyler's best matchup from watching him on stream has probably been Orc-Mir. I think just because he's been going Raider Walker a lot, Blade Shadow. He's kind of been playing into the matchup. His default build is quite standard in that matchup. So this is where Tyler might be most comfortable. Grubby, though, is he going to play Farseer Headhunters, or is he going to do something a little bit different? What is the easiest strat with one hand? Probably, there's two strats. Farseer Headhunters, or with the fast tech from Grubby, Mass Windriders?
Oh, as maybe he said he watched your video, so maybe you inspired him to play that. I mean, he could theoretically play Blade Master only, just to flex, you know, and combine map 1 with map 2.
Yep.
So he's playing one hero, no units, with one hand. But no. Farseer confirmed. This is no Headhunters, though. I thought it would be easier to go with ranged units because of like the way right clicks work then for grunts. I mean, you can still attack click on the ground, but for focus fire, that would have been easier, but also maybe a bit harder to micro. Grunts so sturdy that it doesn't matter that much. And Tyler is going for evasion creeping on the bottom right, but he's facing pressure in the main already with double barracks.
Yeah, double barracks, but somebody called the build order police. The second burrow is illegal. It could be canceled. Oh, but Grubby actually just going for peons instead. But yeah, 2 barracks evasion creeping from Tyler. And Grubby is, I think, going for Farseer Firelord. He built a barracks after teching. I would be surprised to see anything else other than the classic Farseer Firelord build. Speaking of Zakard. But Tyler would probably be prepared if he's just going to mass grunts on tier 1.
He seems a bit overwhelmed at the moment. Blade Master's not doing anything, not walking back. Raises the question, who's playing with one hand here? We got a little bit of support. 10 Canadian dollars by the Soul of Immortal. We're going to answer your question later. And Dodi Name, thank you for the 5 months. Good luck with your bachelors, my man. But yeah, Grubby, so far so good. With Farseer Wolves, you don't need much more than one hand, but grunt production has started. But it feels like Tyler's macro is a bit more off than in game 1.
Yeah, the harass. Like, again, Tyler has never played against somebody that does this sort of harass versus him. I don't think I've seen one single time Farseer immediate harassment with, like, an on-time hero and everything. Like, people underestimate, you know, even just getting to Tyler's base that 30 seconds earlier disrupts his build order in a way that he's never been disrupted. And now, yeah, there's the Firelord, there's the forward shop. Peons being pulled, War Mill's up, and this is the classic Orc-Mir build, the most classic.
Right on. There's just towers missing, basically, and catapults, and then we're back to 18 years ago. There are burrows that can help you in the defense as long as there's peons in. They attack, and that's very good against summons. Tyler, of course, not having attack, will not have access to this spell.
He's going to have a lot of grunts if he wants it. He's building his 41 supply burrow right now. He can spam units. Grunts are going to be good against all the summons and the heroes. And of course, they'll be equal against the opposing grunts. So if Tyler can consolidate a little bit, maybe heal up that blade, keep macroing is the most important thing. Maybe he can hold on, but for now, Grubby is he's out microing with one hand pretty heavily.
It looks like that. So far, also not the ultra hardest, and once again, he's building buildings in his opponent's base. The towers are coming up. Health is looking good around the corner. Farseer also healing, getting some clarities in. Lava spawns are splitting if they hit a certain amount, which is relatively easy as the Blade Master's not taking care of them, as one should, ideally. But if you're that hurt and don't have access to your shop anymore, this looks like quite a disaster for Mr. TYLER1.
Yeah, 2 fresh grunts come out, but 3 more are falling into the orange and red HP. Oh, Tyler with almost a surround on the Firelord there, but the lava spawns are continuously getting hits. And of course, if they get a certain amount, they split and double in quantity. So there's going to be 6 where there was 3 in a second here. Farseer gets level 2. That's Chain Lightning unlocked. Uses it right away on the Blade Master. And Tyler isn't even burrowed up. If he was, maybe they could get some damage in, but the towers are now up for Grubby. And he's showing him you know, you don't know the first thing about what I used to experience at Orkmere.
He's freaking flexing right now. Everything is hurt. Everything about to die. Double level 2. Chain lightning kills the hero. It was quite interesting to see that during the fight both had the same APM, even though Grubby only plays with one hand. That is impressive. And now the second one, a very, very quick affair after a little bit of a marathon on map 1. 7 minutes and this game is over. Grubby leaving no doubts who the former world champion is.
Yeah, this is a great idea for what strategy to do. He knows Tyler will play Blade. The Farseer Firelord is designed to counter the Blade Master, and Tyler certainly would have never seen this before, and that's why we didn't even have a 7-minute match number 2. 2-0 for Grubby.
That was brutal. Damn it. This guy, no mercy. True spirit of a competitor. Not so much show in this match.
Yeah, it's show. I mean, I'm glad he's not having a limitation and trolling on top of it. It's easy when you play these sort of silly show matches to maybe
like
play a little bit
Spartacus
more
where
trolly,
it's,
but Grubby is like, okay, I'm going to play with one hand,
not gonna go
but I'm
easy, so
still
you
going to
gotta
go all out like it's a
Yep.
tournament versus the top players in the world. I like that Grubby is not holding back at all here.
Team Tyler, we need your energy. We're down 0-2.
TYLER1 says you were supposed to be one-handed.
And he's laughing his
there.
ass off as well.
Proof is there.
Well deserved, well deserved. What about Tyler? Is he having a mental breakdown already? I think he's waiting for a call or something.
Go on. Come on.
Oh yeah, they have the
Just
call.
said no buildings. This guy's carried by buildings every game, by the way. Just saying.
He's carried by buildings.
Okay, what's next?
Kinda true.
80.
But yeah, good question. What is next now? Because it's the worst possible outcome for Tyler from the matches 0 and 2. So this is, I think, Grubby has to start with a 45-second delay.
Yep, 45-second delay if Grubby 2-0. So this will be interesting. What strategy will Grubby do? How will Tyler abuse this? I mean, Tyler shows that he's been preparing for certain things. So maybe he does some sort of tower rush. It's difficult because Orc is one of the slower races to be able to early tower rush because human can power build. Undead can build the towers right away. You know, so it's tough for Orc. They need to get the War Mill, walk the peons across very slowly. Burrow rush, maybe? Some sort of burrow rush, but I don't know how Tyler can fully take advantage of this.